Hi everyone. Y'all, it is so cold. So I'm wrapped up in the blanket, okay? Because it's so cold. So I am about to work on my next book. It's going to be about my childhood, where I grew up. Um, for the majority of my childhood, I grew up in a small town called Live Oak, Florida. Very small, very pro black, predominantly black. Um, in regards to the neighborhood that I lived in, it was a predominantly black neighborhood, um, pro black, and the fact that it was mostly my relatives, my father's family, his side of the family, in Live Oak, Florida. I lived with them for the majority of my childhood, with them and then my parents. So it's like a back and forth thing. I lived with all of them and everything like that. Um, And so I've decided to write about my experiences in regards to my culture and the culture from what I learned growing up in Live Oak, Florida. And I will be talking about the way that I was cooking and the things we did to clean and things like that. Um, so it's going to be a small peek into my background. So I definitely wanted to let you guys know that that's going to be what my new book is going to be about. It's going to be about my African American culture from my dad's side, um, in regards to what I learned. And I did learn mostly everything from my dad's side of the family in regards to African American culture from the African American art, which is, I call it African art as well. The African art that was in my grandmother's home, that I still remember from staying there. Um, the seashells, in my grandmother's bathroom, the wash tub, the old wash tub that she had in the backyard that actually had, started sprouting like flowers and little duckweeds and things like that. Um, Seeing things like wild rabbits and snakes and armadillos, and my connection, to seeing wild animals and how that played a major role for me. So it's really just going to be my version of African American culture. And I'll mostly be talking about, like I said, my father's side of the family, because I learned so much unity from that side of my family. Like, unity was really big and really strong. Family connections. I'll be talking about what my family taught me. It mostly centers around cooking and church and things like that. I'll also be talking about my mother's family and how I learned from my grandmother how to pray and how to speak with intention and how to do things with intention and not do anything for no absolute reason whatsoever. How I learned that the truth, and not only your words but also in your actions, is the best way to live your life. I'll be talking about that as well, and how that affected my life with my grandmother before she passed away last year in February. So yeah, she passed away last year, during this month of Black History Month. My grandmother did, on my mother's side. So I'll be talking about her experiences as a child and what she taught me. She taught me how to sew as well. So I'll be talking about her as well. So I'll be talking about my mother's mother and my father's mother and the things that they taught me and how they taught me about African American culture. My parents will be in the book as well. Um, it's not really going to be a biography. It's just going to be a very short story, if you will, on how I learned about my African American heritage and what it means to me, and what it means to my family personally in regards to direct descendants. So I'll be talking about like from my mother and my father specifically, and then my grandmother, of course, my grandmothers, of course, and the things that I learned from them. So yeah, and I'm really excited about it. So I just had to share it with you guys because I really want to write this book and I want it to be a hit. And it's probably going to be called African American Culture. And an even better title, My African American Culture. And it'll be a short story about me, coming soon. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share this video. And don't forget to hit that bell so you can get all the notifications each time I post a video. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.